With housing inventory on the rise, interest rates remaining at high levels, and buyer hesitation creeping in, has our spring market frozen over? Let's chat about what's really going on in our Charlotte, North Carolina housing market. Stay tuned. If you are new to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe and turn notifications on. That way you'll be the first to know everything going on in the Charlotte housing market. My name is Josh Finigan, team leader with the Finigan Group powered by eXp Realty. And every single day, myself and my team are getting calls, texts, and emails from people just like you looking to make a move to Charlotte or within the Charlotte area. And guys, I'll tell you, we absolutely love it. So whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, text us, email us, or schedule a Zoom meeting. The link is just below. We'd love to connect, learn what you're looking to accomplish, and how we can help. Across the United States, the housing market has been very turbulent here in 2025. We've seen elevated levels of inventory. It's actually up 30% year over year. This is giving you home buyers out there a lot more homes to choose from. And according to Realtor.com, 18% of home listings had a price reduction in April, which was the highest level we've seen in April since 2016. And 49 out of the nation's 50 largest metro areas are seeing slower price appreciation year over year. So prices are still on the rise, but just not as fast as we have seen over the past few years. But 16 of these 50 largest metros have actually seen price depreciation. And these are all signs that our housing market is softening. And as the US housing market is slowing down, all the attention is focused on the Federal Reserve, which had their last meeting in May. And as we expected, they maintained their federal funds rate at 4.25 to 4.5%, making it the third consecutive meeting in a row where they decided not to raise or lower rates. This really shows that Jerome Powell and the Federal Reserve are remaining very cautious. They don't want to reduce rates too fast and reinvigorate that inflation they've been trying to battle over the past few years. Currently, it's expected the Federal Reserve will not reduce rates until later this year in December, which we may see them go below the 4% range, which pretty much means we're going to see these higher interest rates for much longer than we expected. But let's see how all of this is affecting our local Charlotte, North Carolina housing market. Let's go ahead and talk about the number of new listings. In Charlotte, we saw 1,681 new listings hit the market in April, which is pretty much the same amount we saw hit the market in March, but it was an 18% increase from the number of new listings we saw in April of 2024. And so we're definitely seeing a lot more homes coming on the market and available when we look at the year over year trends, which we've talked about quite a lot on this channel. A lot of home sellers over the past year have been making that decision to put their homes on the market, right? But let's compare that to the number of pending sales. In April, there was 1,263 homes that accepted an offer, which was a 3% decrease from the number of pending sales we saw in March, but it was an 8% increase from the number of pending sales we saw in April of 2024. So we definitely saw the pending sales drop month over month, which actually goes against seasonal trends, right? We should see more homes accept offers as we get into that spring market. This time we didn't really see that. Now there has been a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt out there with all the new tariffs and everything going on in the world, which has kind of increased buyers' hesitation, which could be one of the reasons that we saw a decrease from March to April. All in all, we did see a big year-over-year increase, so there are more buyers getting off the sideline. But new listings are still outpacing pending sales, and by quite a lot. So still, there are a lot more home sellers coming on the market than home buyers getting into the market, which means our inventory is increasing. And we've seen the inventory month supply increase over the past year. Right now, we're sitting around 4.1 months of inventory. In April, we saw 4,520 active listings, which was a 6% increase from the number of active listings we saw in March, and it was a 26% increase from the number of active listings we saw in April of 25. And yes, we have seen the number of new listings continuously outpace the number of pending sales. More home sellers are choosing to go on the market than home buyers. So the number of active listings, the number of homes on the market at any given time has risen by a lot, which means for you home sellers, you have a little bit more competition than you have previously. And for you home buyers, you may have a few more choices when you're looking for a property. Now in April, we saw 1,145 homes close, which was a 11% increase from the number of closed homes we saw in March, and it was a 3% increase from the number of closed homes in April of 24. And again, a few months ago, we saw the number of pending sales increase, which is why we're seeing the number of closed homes increase now. closed homes are a lagging indicator. Let's go ahead and talk about the average sales price. In April, the average sales price was $604,000, which was a 2.8% decrease from the average sales price in March and a 3.67% decrease in the average sales price in April of 2024. So we did see a year-over-year home price depreciation here in Charlotte. So we can see that elevated inventory levels and rates remaining high are putting strains on our local Charlotte housing market. But will this trend continue? But what does all this mean for you home sellers? Frankly, having the best timing and strategy is everything. Inventory is up, so you will have more competition when you hit the market. While we've seen the average sales price dip just a little bit, homes are still selling. You just want to make sure first you have the right marketing plan, get in front of the right buyers and have the right presentation, because that's going to be imperative to help you stand out against your competition. Second, you want to make sure you have a strong pricing strategy. Testing the market at prices way higher than anything has sold just frankly won't work in this market. But again, homes are selling, guys, and for the most part, home prices remain stable. What about for you home buyers? Obviously, rates are still high, so affordability is still a challenge for home buyers out there. But there is a lot more inventory on the market than there has been for a very long time, which means you have a few more homes to choose from. And you also may not be rushed to buy the first home that you see. And you may be able to negotiate some more favorable terms, like the seller covering some of your closing costs, maybe a home sale contingency or a home warranty. But keep in mind, the number of pending sales are remaining relatively stable, so homes are still selling. So those homes that are priced right and in good condition are still selling pretty quickly. But if you are a home buyer and you've been waiting just to have a little bit of wiggle room, a little breathing room, then now may be a good time for you to jump in the market. But at the end of the day, to answer the question of is it right for me to buy or sell currently, it really depends on what you're looking to accomplish, your goals and your timeline. So if you are considering making a move, whether it be in 9 days or 90 days, or just have questions on the market, myself and my team would love to be your real estate resource of choice. Give us a call, text us, email us, or schedule a Zoom meeting. Again, the link is just below. Love to connect, answer any questions you have about the market, about your goals, about your home's value, really craft that game plan to help get you and your family where you want to go. But if you are just curious on what your home is worth, scan this QR code right here. You'll get a free and instant update on your home's true value. And also give you a monthly update on your home's value, homes that have recently sold right in your area, and different market trends and stats as well, so you know exactly what's going on every step of the way. All you have to do is scan this QR code right here.